Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between and off the spectrum. My name is Prince Kitsune, and today I'm back with another episode of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Now, last time, the battle is continuing, both in and out of Central. Everyone's doing okay so far. Al and the boys, Marco, Yoki, and of course, Einkel, managed to escape with the Philosopher's Stone. Kimberly died, question mark? Although he got fused with Pride, so I don't know what that's about. We haven't really seen much about, like, how that looks yet, so I guess we will here. Roy's still holding it down in Central. Olivier and Alex, the Armstrongs, they're holding it down in Military Capitol Building, whatever that is called. I don't remember what it's called. Ed and the boys are holding it down underground, fighting a bunch of the undead warrior thingies whose names I've already forgotten. The shit, has it been a minute? Can I say shit yet? I'm just kidding. I'm not monetized. Who cares? The shit has hit the fan, at least, you know, relatively speaking. And it's going to continue hitting the fan. And it's going to continue hitting the fan. So let's just observe the chaos, shall we? But before we do that, I just want to remind you to hit the buttons. You know, the ones, the YouTube buttons, like button, comment button, subscribe button, bell as well. I'd appreciate it a lot. Let's just jump into the episode. Oh, come on. What is this? You're refreshing? I was literally just about to hit play. What is this? Stop spinning. All right, give me a sec. What in the world is going on? Colonel Mustang is up to something. He's up to a few things, actually. Gotta go. Why? Amazing. Something amazing. Hello? I have no idea what they're talking about. I don't know who any of these people are. Oh, she's speaking out? That's true, they did attempt to do that. Okay. That's kind of what I said before, right? So, before we see more of this, a few episodes ago, she was kidnapped by Roy, and, you know, by the nature of being kidnapped, the military was sent after her, right? But they weren't sent, or, you know, to take her back. They were sent to kill her, at least they tried to. Didn't work. Roy was ready. So now she knows that her whole life is a sham. The military is a sham. And I assumed, you know, especially after seeing all that stuff, that was the reason that Roy decided to get her, because she doesn't seem that important, but she could end up being a valuable whistleblower, and that's what it seems like is happening right now. The other thing I want to comment about is how this guy is wearing his fucking headphones. What? Who wears them like that? They're gonna fall off, dude. If that shit doesn't, like, stick to your neck properly, they're just gonna slide off onto the ground. That's so funny. You gotta wear them the other way so that the band stays around your neck. But anyway, yeah. The thing that you're saying about the pointing the guns at your head, the pointing guns to your head, blah, blah, blah. Probably a little bit more important than what I'm yapping about. Damn. Oh yeah, we still don't know if Bradley is dead. He got exploded, but, you know, that can mean anything. Coup d'etat. I like the way you said it. Yes. Yeah, where is he? I mean, we know where he is, kind of. But we don't know where he is. Yes. We have like 3 people besides Bradley that can run the country. Yeah, good propaganda for Roy. That's awesome. No, there's no reason for her to know that yet. Yeah, she doesn't even know that he might be dead. Why are you coming in? We did it. Interesting that he wants to tell her and the world, right? What's the play there? They weren't planning on doing that, but maybe they want something more real from her. Yeah, why do you want to bring that up? You want to create panic? Create distrust in the military? Ah, okay. He's turning them against each other. That makes sense. I mean, we kind of got that when they were talking about the coup, because it's not, you know, anybody within the military doing the coup other than Roy, but pretending like it's a different group of people going after the Fuhrer. I'm just laughing at Maria just sitting there, just like just fucking chilling. She's so happy about this. I don't know why these two are so happy about. I mean, I do know why. But this is such a tense moment. Fucking what's her name? Bradley's wife almost fainted. Bradley himself might be dead, and they're just cheesing. They're just cheesing. Yeah, and it's you. It's you guys. Actually, we did that, but we're gonna pretend like it's not us. That's pretty funny. He's not there. I will say, though, it is weird that so many of Roy's people are just sitting here chilling, right? Because they will know where the radio office is. Like, they'll be able to find it, right? Makes sense to me. Don't tell anybody. He's not here. That's what you get, bitch. Don't tell him anything? Okay. That's awesome. That was awesome. You know the military is coming knocking on your door, though. Nope. I mean, yes, he is, but he's lying about it. Oh, yeah, he recognizes her. That makes sense. Did he? Oh, he didn't know she was alive. He wasn't one of the people that was told, right? Because it was just like the people that went to, what was it? Was it Xerxes? Right? So it was like pretty much everybody else that's in a room with her right now, actually. And Ed, of course. Yeah, here's the thing about that. When he's talking about the higher-ups that are staging this coup, right? That could very well get blamed on you, Grumman, especially if you, like you admitted to earlier, are trying to step in and take that seat from Roy when this is all said and done, right? So if he ends up backstabbing our people, oh, they will if they have a face to pin the blame on. That might be you, bro. That might be you. I'm gonna be honest. Justice is a frivolous word. Justice doesn't mean anything. Justice means whatever the fuck you want it to mean. You know, like in theory, yeah, you would love that kind of fairness and for people to be treated fairly, punished fairly. It's not how it goes, though, right? Everything's way more complicated than that. It's a very narrow, abstract construct. It doesn't really exist the way that we want it to. It's an ideal, right? I guess that's a good way of putting it. It's an ideal. Probably one that's unachievable, right? But, you know, that doesn't mean that we shouldn't still strive to make things better and to hold people accountable and to treat people fairly. Those are all good and well, but, you know, like when a politician starts spouting about justice, should kind of be a red flag a little bit, depending on the politician. Most of them, though, never mind. I don't want to get into politics. You know what I mean, though, right? Reverend Vokes come on top. That's funny. Word of mouth is a very powerful form of propaganda. Oh, that's awesome. I don't think this was part of the plan. I don't know. It might have been. But like all of these people here were not directly connected, right? They're probably just taking it upon themselves to pay things forward, right? This is what Roy wants, so we're gonna help him out however we can. I love the Ishvalians just being like, yeah, totally. What they said. They just walk back out. That's awesome. Yeah. Maybe your guys just suck. No. Yeah. What is happening? Yeah. I don't think it's just that they have more weapons. I think the soldiers are just better. Especially the British soldiers. Probably. That's so crazy, though. That was their plan all along. To stage that attack on Bradley and then flip it and pretend like the military did that. That they're the good guys. That was really, really smart. I said before, I'm like, what the hell? Like, why do they want Mrs. Bradley, right? Because she doesn't know anything. They don't care about her, but he used the fact that nobody cared about her to his advantage, right? Because I guess he knew that the military was going to attack her and they didn't care if she lived or not, right? But since he was able to protect her, now she can attest to it and she has legitimacy by being part of the royal family, right? Even though she doesn't have legitimacy within the inner circle, the outside world knows that she's technically in the inner circle, or at least they think that she is, right? So that's the legitimacy that they needed in order to make their claim stick. So that was really well thought out. Roy's a genius. That's our boy. Whose tank is that? Oh, that's not good. Yeah, that's the worst thing you could ever see it through binoculars. Yeah, that's right. He made it underground. Is he gonna burn up all these bitches? Yeah, more new friends. That's one way of putting it. I don't think he would consider himself a friend, but you know. Yeah. Damn, Roy's a freak for real, for real. I thought it was hot when you were crying. I liked it when you were crying. I kind of get it though. Kind of get where he's coming from. Not gonna lie. I don't know, something cute about it. I thought you hated moisture. She's fun. This girl's got jokes. That's really funny. Save the flirting for later. Wow. Everybody there is a white guy. Hold on. Except for Scar. I guess she's just gonna beat everybody else. We just need to beat these white guys. Why the white guys specifically? What do you got a problem with us? Yeah, what the fuck are these? They're not self-repairing, they're just not dying. Yes. I swear, he still needs to just put them in the ground. I mean, Roy's gonna just set them all on fire. You know, okay. This makes sense. Wow. That's so intentional that he can be so specific with all of them. All those flames, he can just cast them in specific directions, specific shapes. Yeah, see, here's the thing. I was about to say, the only two ways that you can stop these things is by, like, physically incapacitating them to the point where they can't move, right? Because as soon as he realized that they don't regenerate, he's like, okay, I'll burn them to a fucking crisp, and then they'll just be gone, right? I still think my strategy of, you know, embedding them into the ground, turning it into sand, and then turning it back into ground, I thought that would have worked too. But, you know, Roy, nothing wrong with just burning them to a crisp. Yeah. Here's the thing, though. Yeah. Ed heard the voices, right? Ed heard the voices of them speaking out and all the pain that they were in, and the past memories that were kind of being brought up, right? Because they were saying things about, like, their family members and stuff. That really sucks. But Roy's probably right. That's probably the best way to deal with it. And like we learned last episode, at least we talked about last episode with Heinkel and Al, if those lives are already lost, they'll want to make sure that like what remains of them, or at least, you know, human nature anyway, would want to make sure that they aren't used to cause more destruction, right? So in a way, you're honoring them by getting rid of them, making sure that the abominations that they were turned into, the abominations are not used for harm. Oh, come on. This is so lame. They're just running. Why can't he keep up? That's really funny. I thought he got all his power back. You can't outrun an 8-year-old girl? What is this, Obi-Wan? You remember the Obi-Wan series where they fucking chased after little girl Leia? They couldn't catch up to her. Funniest shit ever. For some reason, the chase scenes in some of those Disney Plus Star Wars series are just the worst chase scenes of all time. So fucking funny, though. One of my favorite parts of that series. And I did actually like a decent amount of it. I don't know. It was hit or miss. Ooh. Is that enough? Oh, wow. They're right there. Oh, God. They're all gonna see that she let Envy come back. The hell are you doing here? What the hell are you doing here? Yeah. It's all her fault. Yeah, what the fuck, man? She wanted to help, but she did fuck it up. Aw. Shut up, it's cute. She sees him as a father figure, even though he's been a terrorist and he's been seen as subhuman by you and your world, the world that you come from, the world that you imposed upon him. And now, through this conflict, he's been able to make a connection with a girl from a completely different part of the world, but a girl that also has to deal with the same, really not the same, but you know, a similar version of being considered an outcast in this nation. And they form an unlikely friendship for this guy who has no real relationships in his life because of past trauma and losing his brother. Come on. That's beautiful. Shut up. Yeah. Yeah. He doesn't have a cool name. He's just Scar. I mean, Scar is a cool name, but you know what I mean. You really think you could beat all of us? Oh yeah, you haven't met Roy yet. Hajimemashite. Yeah, don't remind him. He's changed though. He's not going to take it out on him. Would you call that chummy? I wouldn't call that chummy for Scars. You know, like that's not chummy by his standard. Don't you realize you're outnumbered, man? Yeah, you're fucking boring. You're the least favorite. Nobody likes, I don't know. I shouldn't say that. I haven't engaged with enough of the Full Metal Alchemist community. I don't know a lot about whether fans generally like certain characters or not. I heard beforehand that everybody likes Roy, which, you know, fair. From the very beginning, I was like, I can't wait to see why people like Roy so much. And now I know. I've known for a long time, actually. We've just keep seeing it over and over again. And obviously people love Ed now because they're best. But I don't know about these other ones. I know people love Lust because she's hot. I don't know about the other the other sins. Kind of. We're watching fools run around in circles right now. That's what a TV show is. Yeah. We're 54 episodes or 53 episodes into watching that. Remember, this is where he killed Lust, in this very room. Yeah, excellent question. It was you. Yeah, it was Envy. He knows. I'm pretty sure he knows. I didn't burn her to death. Also, she's not dead. No, I didn't kill her. She's not dead, dumbass. You're trying so hard to get in his head. To get into everybody's head. It's just not working. No one's having it. And I love that. If I remember correctly, he asked Lust this right before he killed her, too. In this very room. Right? I know that was like 30 episodes ago at this point, which is crazy. It was in like episode 20-something. God, we've come so far. But he still never got an answer. And we know that it's Envy. Because we saw it happen. It was you. Is Envy going to try to brag about this? Try to get in their hands that way? Probably. Or heads? Probably. You know that saying that is a death wish, though, right? Death warrant. You found him. Yep. I think he suspected, but he wasn't 100% sure. Yeah, you're kind of a moron. But shapeshifting helped a lot. Oh, damn. Oh, that's fucked up. Yeah. Yeah, well. He knew he wasn't actually his wife, right? I don't remember if he knew, by the way, that Envy existed and that Envy could shapeshift. I think he found out, right? Didn't he run into Envy and Lust before? And then he ran out to the payphone. That's when Envy came up. God, it's been so long. Again, that was like episode 8 or some shit. I'm just trying to refresh my own memory here. Don't mind me. If I'm wrong, that's okay. You can remind me in the comments if you remember. By all means, totally fine. You know, because I'm not going to go back and watch those episodes. And since I've only watched them once, well, technically twice because I edit the videos too. I watched through the whole episode when I edit. But since I've only technically watched it twice, and it was so long ago, so many months ago at this point, you know, you'll just need to remind me. Appreciate it if you do. Yep. You're dead. You're gonna die in this room. Yeah, burn his tongue so he can't fucking talk anymore. That's cool. Mid transition. Pretty sick. Is everybody else gonna go through? Is he just gonna fight her? Him? Or him? He, her? Yeah. He can handle it. Lust kind of was a better fighter. I think Riza should stay and keep your eye on you. Looks like that's what she's doing. I love, by the way, that you can barely like see any of her facial expressions. You know, because that's how it is, right? They draw in less detail the farther a character is away. But like you can barely even see her eyes at all. It's just these little lines. It's so funny. You can't stop all of us, dude. Yeah, dumb ass. Dumb ass. What did you think was gonna happen? That goes hard. I'm just okay. Even in his dragon form, these people have beat you twice. 2 times they have beat you. And now there are more of them. Before it was just Dr. Marco, May, and Dead. Now there's more. Now there's more of them. It's gonna burn again. Yes. Yes. Yeah. You need to go, man. You need to keep going forward. You think Roy of all people can't be trusted? Psh, no. Of course he can. Oh, the enemy just has to let them go. Well, he can still speak. Technically, Roy's the only one who's killed a homunculus. He's the only one who's done it. So, yeah. Yeah. And he just killed that entire room for the immortals. Wait, what did you just say? Not what I'm worried about. Worried about moving forward without him. Interesting. What is he worried about? I hate when they do that, by the way. They're like, oh, that's not what I'm worried about, and then they don't actually specify. Like, sometimes the subtext you can put together there, I'm just like, okay, there's probably something else. Tell us what the other thing is. You know, I want to know. I don't think Roy knows about this, because he hasn't seen Envy yet. That's a good shot, though. Yeah, stay back. Just kind of suppressing fire, I guess. I think that's what Ed's worried about. Ed's worried about all the souls that Roy is probably just going to torch. Because that was his hang up with Roy just coming in and destroying all the immortal guys, right? I think it's just not sitting well with him. So that must be his hang up. Does that mean he's going to stop this trusting Roy? I don't know. Yeah. I mean, what do you think was gonna happen, dude? Yeah. I mean, dude. This is a pretty unfair fight. Not just because, like, Roy is very powerful, but because Envy is just gonna fucking yap and yap and yap, and Roy's just not gonna play around. You're just yapping, and then Roy just snaps his fingers, and you're on fire. Like, dude. He keeps catching him monologuing, which is so funny. Yeah, regenerate yourself. Yeah. Did you care about Lust? Oh, he ran away. What a bitch. Why is she waiting there? Yeah. Envy just realized, like, oh, he can kill me. I gotta get the fuck out of here. Yeah, they are like veins. I hate heartburn. Yeah, she can feel it. It's not, though. It makes sense to Ed. Ed knows exactly what you're talking about. What are you thinking? Yeah, is he gonna talk about that? Kind of. Yeah. Interesting that he... Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, even after this, right? Like, that's the thing about revenge. When does it truly end? You know, sometimes you have a very clear idea. You would think in this case he's just like, okay, if I kill Envy, then I'll feel better, right? But that's not how that works. You don't really feel better, you know, after getting revenge like that. That's not how it works. Especially if, again, like I said before, Ed's concerned about the other souls built up in these homunculus here, right? And then just Roy's general lack of care for any of them. Putting his goals before anything else. Yeah, they're not that far back, man. Yeah. Close by. You gotta know. Uh-oh. Yeah. That is a concern as well. Kind of. Yeah. He's accepted that. That is the risk you run by being Envy. Yeah. Sometimes you get into someone's head, sometimes you do not. Oh god, eyeballs out again. Yeah, he really can. God damn. Poor thing. She has to just sit and like wait. You know damn well. Okay, we've seen this over and over again with the two of them, right? Like he keeps trying to like get her to keep her distance so that like she doesn't get into danger, and she's just like, no, dude, I'll follow you to the ends of the earth. That's just how she always has been. I just hope that she doesn't get hurt here. She better not get hurt here. Especially that what he was just saying about like having a lot of control over his flames and not really going wild. Kind of don't trust that if he doesn't know she's going to be there. Doesn't matter how precise you are if you don't know that something's going to be there. Yeah. She'd better proceed with caution. Yeah. That's an idea. Is he gonna do the thing where it's like, oh, which one of us is real? I mean, come on. If there's only one of them there, if MB walks out and pretends to be Maria, he could fool Roy. But what if the real Maria steps out and Roy thinks that it's Envy? He'll be able to tell the difference. You know that she does that, though. Yeah. If that's really her, they cannot, do not leave my side, yeah. He trusts her so much, though. Here's the thing. Can Envy transform into a person with guns? There's no way, right? Like, you know what I mean? He can transform into people, but like, can he conjure up the weapons that they have on them? I mean, I guess he can do that with clothes, but... Yeah, she's worried about... Ooh. Okay, hold on. All right, I just wanted to double check that there was no credit scene first. I'm gonna... Let's hop over to the other thing before we start talking about this. All right, so first thing I want to say, we have this very, very strange dynamic, right? Because she followed him in, now Envy could pretend to be either one of them, right? Right now, they're implying that I almost called her Maria. Riza is Envy trying to shoot Roy, but from her perspective, she walks in, she knows Envy can shapeshift, right? She might think Roy is Envy, right? So is this... Who is who, right? Are either of them Envy? Is one of them Envy, but the other one isn't, right? I'm pretty sure that's our Roy, but she could be Envy, right? And from her perspective, if she doesn't know that that's Roy, she could think that it's Envy too, right? So, like, if she is herself and she thinks that Envy's pretending to be Roy, that could be another reason why she's pointing the gun. But again, can Envy conjure up guns when he transforms? Does he get everything they have on their person? I don't know. I kind of don't buy that. But man... Even though, like I said, it's very in character for her to follow Roy in here, it was very not thought out. Just by being there, right? She could be making things a lot worse for Roy, because now he has to figure out who is who. And if he burns the wrong person alive, then that's game over. So I'm really worried for her now. That would be really awful if that happened to Roy. But I don't think that this is that type of show. I think they're going to use that as... you know, the source of conflict, the source of antagonism. You're supposed to be scared about it, right? That doesn't mean that it's going to happen, though, right? It just means that it kind of could happen. I don't think it will, though. I think she's going to be okay. Because I think Roy, like I said before, is being set up to be the person who takes charge of the military once this is all over, right? I don't think he'd be willing to do that if he had this guilt about killing his best friend and, you know, the person that he's in love with, even if he might not know it or believe it. Right, I don't know that this show is going to have that dark of an ending for him. At least I certainly hope not. I wonder too, because Ed and Scar notices the fire behind them, I wonder if they're going to jump back there to help. And if they're going to talk Roy out of accidentally setting Riza on fire. Maybe not Scar so much as Ed, but we'll see. Because they noticed that they weren't that far behind. And I know that they partially used that to transition back to the fight, right? But just reminding us that that's going on in close proximity. Who knows, man, though. this is the type of show where everything and anything can happen, right? And a lot of times I've come to these situations where I'm like, oh, okay, it's either going to be this or this, and then some completely different third thing ends up happening. Some secret third thing, you know? So we'll see. Luckily, I'm about to watch the next episode, but for you guys, you're going to have to wait a couple days. But that's okay. That's not a huge deal, right? I'll be back on Wednesday. In the meantime, though, I want you to hit the buttons for me. You know, the ones, the YouTube buttons, like button, comment button, subscribe button, bell as well. I can't thank you enough. I will see you on Wednesday. Good night, sweet Princeton.